control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here, and for today's cast I decided to switch it up a bit, crank it up a notch, and cast a game that is not played on doubles. So we have a 2v2 team game here on the map Siberian Road by Kirillo, a relatively new map. I'm gonna talk about the map in a second, but for now, let's introduce the players. In the bottom left team, we have, spawning in as Germany, live from the United States, Amphy, who has been participating in the FFA tournament, and his partner in crime, Anjew, spawning in as Russia, who I mostly see playing the Siberian Dawn mod. It's not very often that you can see him in the open, out in the open in the RA mod. And their opponents of the day are gonna be Newwe, who is a well-known Canadian player who also participated in the tournament and, spoiler alert, won the tournament. And he's gonna be accompanied by, spawning in as Russia, Damgam, who I've not heard about. So let's see how this pans out. Now the map is really expansion reliant. As you can see, the starting resources are really low for both teams, and I have seen it prove effective to actually move your starting MCV up to the gem mines. Oh, as Newwe's scout got the jump on Anjew's scout. Came out ahead there. And yeah, another little skirmish here. And trying to lock down the diamonds early can mean the game for you, because gem mines basically do give you twice the income that a regular mine would give you, and there's 2 of them, so this basically accounts for 4 ore patches, if you will. Ooh, double crate spawn, but no one has scouted this so far, have they? Nope. Alright, this is gonna be an interesting match, I'm excited. And there are also a bunch of oil derricks, so that was curious. Damgam went for a refinery first build on a map that has a lot of objectives, and is so you want to get your rifles out early, you want to contest objectives early. There are four oil derricks scattered all over the map, 2 in the middle, and the middle can relatively easily be locked down. Also, it's got a bunch of explosive barrels, which can be used as kind of makeshift demo traps. Ooh, interesting. We see Amphy go for an early ranger and give him a passenger in the form of an engineer. He's probably going to take the oil derrick, or maybe he's gonna cheese. Let's see. But for now, Damgam has locked this down. Oh, and a light tank from Amphy. So I guess he's distracting. So he's gonna pressure with his light tank because he knows he can take on any infantry head first. And yep, this is going to happen. Oops, he was force firing. He could crash the NG as well if he knew. Oh, he's blocking off the barracks. Really smart play. Now nothing can come out of the barracks, and the rifles are occupied with the light tank. He's moving the light tank away. He could take the punishment. He could... Oh. That's cool. Newwe is force firing his flame tower onto the ground because he wanted to get the splash damage on the engineer. Really good play. The ranger may die. The light tank is trying to... Oh, the ranger got away, and the light tank is now... this is so obnoxious. He did this in the tourney as well. It's one of Amphy's patented strategies, just blocking off the refinery. Basically a denial of service attack. Really nice and really annoying, especially considering you've invested so much money into getting 4 harvesters out. Oh, he's transferring over to Damgam. Now that's a nice move. He knows he can't use the refinery for the time being, so he's just going for Damgam's refinery instead. Anjew has been pressuring with his flag. Good play. I think they could capture the oil derricks in the middle back, because right now there is no protection for Newwe. He's scouting forced by Amphy. He's just trying to make sure that there is no early Conyard shenanigans going on. I don't know if any of the players have played this map yet, so maybe they're new to the map, maybe they don't know about the diamond expansions. Well, they know now. So both should now know that it's of utmost priority to get your service depot out and get a second MCV. All the scouts getting cleaned up, and Anjew is going for his heavy tanks. Now I think I know why he's doing this, because he's very much used to Siberian Dawn, and in Siberian Dawn, tanks basically counter everything if you just build a large enough blob of them. I might, by the way, cast some Siberian Dawn games as well in the future, but that depends on whether or not I get my hands on good replays. So far, I've only come across tank spamfests. Alright, first Yak for Newwe. He's going for some early air dominance, as well as Anjew, but Newwe, keep in mind, Newwe is Ukraine. So for him, ooh, some nice pickoffs. So for him, the airfield is way more valuable than it is for the Russian factions. Okay, finally Amphy is going for his oil derrick. Close oil derrick. That is. And Anjew is amassing quite the force here. Yeah, the Anjew of Amphy is moving over now. Very smart move. And here is the first expansion. It's gonna be Newwe who takes the initiative. And Anjew hasn't gotten an expansion up. He's actually moved his initial MCV up, which is kind of risky at this stage of the game because it takes a while to fortify, it takes a while for this expansion to pay off. Yeah, the Ranger's still staying strong. Flag versus flag, who's gonna win this? Oh, he focused on the Ranger, good play. Trading a Ranger for flag truck, not the best trade, but whatever. And a third MCV, no, he didn't move his second MCV. All is good. But there is a massive heavy tank blow up by Anjew now. And a bunch of infantry for Damgam, but it's mostly rifles, so not that hard to counter. Don't run your flag in like this. Ooh! He blew up the barrel though. That did some splash damage. That's some fun play. Alright. Yeah. Newwe is doing the smart thing. He's trying to secure the diamond expansion for himself. And Anjew is just having a little scout here. First Hideout. Now keep in mind that Amphy is the only one who is a Germany, who is an allied faction at all, and he's floating. Amphy, build something, please. Ooh, blowing up another oil drum. Beautiful. Flag trucks getting taken out by the Hind. But this is an interesting position to be in right now. I like this map because it has so much, like it has choke points, but it has so much space to play around on the edges of the map. So I like the format of the map. Really good play by Anjew, tanking with his heavies, and so that the rifles can march in for the victory. Now there's a bunch of rocket soldiers, but nothing to worry about. Anjew is... oh no, Damgam is going for mass flag tracks. Not the best unit composition to deal with heavies. But he can get some pickups at the rifles, who are currently focusing the oil derrick, not doing any damage in the process. Alright. Ooh, the Hind has taken quite some damage from the flag. You should now move back. The infantry meat shield is down. Oh, this is ugly. This is not supposed to happen, guys. Quick 101, this is not how you use your flag trucks. He got nothing. Like 7 or 8 flag trucks got killed off, and he got absolutely nothing for his trouble. Ooh. So much action here, because it's kind of an open map, right? You have much space to maneuver about. I like that. Right, let's put in the team vision for now. Also, for if you're playing as allies, Navy is an option, because the destroyers can just lock down everything. Ooh, this could potentially be a game-ending force. And Team 1 doesn't have this on the radar yet. Bunch of heavies. If only the rifles were a bit... had been coming out a bit earlier, they could have taken down the rocket soldiers without taking damage. Service depot down for Newwe. This is going to be hard to deal with. 3 artilleries, but the backlines are completely unprotected. The artilleries are going for the... I don't know if they should be going for the barracks. It could just lock down the barracks with 1 heavy tank, and the blob is marching in. Is this going to be a victory march? Damgam is calling the GG, but something, like, as in the timeline, tells me that this match is not over yet. Ouch. Some splash damage from the flame turret. Wow. That was sloppy. They should have focused on the Tesla coil and the flame turret way earlier. Better I go for some more single... oh, poor guy. Another Ranger by Amphy. Not sure what the business is with these Rangers. This late in the game they don't do anything. The Yak getting away. But the ore refinery is down. That's kind of a big deal. The Yak flying through the war factory, it's kind of impressive. But there is still so much mass here, and they're getting veterancy now. I don't know if they can hold this, and Damgam doesn't have much in the way of tanks. He has one heavy out. Iron Curtain is up for Newwe, but shut down currently due to the power situation. His power grid has been attacked. Wow, the airfield is down. And oh, here's a second airfield. Okay, so the countdown is not going to be reset on the parabombs. Oh, here come the parabombs. Speaking of which, not doing much damage, getting one heavy tank. But now there is only a bunch of rifles and 3 wounded heavy tanks left. Okay, 2. This is getting cleaned up. But I don't know, can they recover from this? Paradrop as well. Ooh, getting some nice crushes. Damgam getting nice crushes with his heavy. If he doesn't get another Tesla up in time, this may be too much structural damage to recover from. Okay, 2 more tanks. Damgam, you should fire your tank. Yeah. Turret. The turret is rotating now. Focus the tanks. They do the damage. Okay, losing only 1 harvester. So the structural damage has actually been kind of minimal. Oh. And is retaliated with a paradrop that got 1 heavy tank. Okay, pretty good. But look at the economy for Newwe, and obviously Team 2 knows about this because they're Team 2 for whatever reason, even though they're bottom left. He knows about this. He knows that there is an expansion by Newwe. Does he know that he's on the timer? Because Newwe is going to get so much from those diamonds that he's probably going to be getting back into the game. Several oil derricks still unclaimed. And this is what you usually don't want to do. Amphy sending in his artilleries unprotected. Now, Newwe has got his yaks up. He can just take it out in one swoop. Swooping is bad. Also, the oil derrick has been unclaimed so far. Interesting, yeah. The yaks are cleaning house here. And let's talk business. The Damgam is pretty much non-existent in this game. He's not that much of a factor, but he doesn't need to be. He just needs to be locking down the original starting position and getting and like feeding off of his 2 ore mines. Meanwhile, Amphy and Anjew are sharing the income from the other mines, from the gems and the ore mines. And they're just giving Newwe more and more space to build up and... Wow. Is he full? Yeah, Newwe is floating 9k. No big surprise here. He's feeding with 5 harvesters off of the diamonds. So he can get up a relatively large force quickly. Oh. Allahu Akbar! Some nice yak suicides, but not doing the damage that was expected. Oh, I wanted to put this on again. Alright, and Anjew is trying again, this time with V2 support, but no anti-air as of yet. He's finally tagged up to a tech center, but look at Newwe's A-bomb that he's been prepping like 5 minutes ago. He's built it in the back of Damgam's base, where it's really hard to spot. And I don't see a way for them to break through here, because there is an iron curtain up and ready. And they need to, because the nuclear missile is going to do a lot of damage if they don't. Okay, finally Mammoth tanks. Anjew is doing the smart thing. He knows from Siberian Dawn, because in Siberian Dawn they're like 5 times as broken. Ooh, nice V2 shots landing here. There is 1 rocket left. Yeah, get the crush. Nice. And it's over. The Hind going down to the rocket soldiers. I don't know, man. This is looking kind of sketchy. Damgam was calling the GG earlier. Oh, did you see this? The Mammoth tank got choked out by the rotations of the yak planes. It was pretty funny. Okay, and the second batch of yaks coming in and probably taking out the V2 rockets, because Damgam was focusing on the heavy tanks. But Newwe is way more experienced. He knows to take out the damage dealers, trading 1 yak for 2 V2s. Very good trade. Any time of the day. A bunch of Hinds for Amphy, I don't know, can they do much damage? They can get the ore refinery maybe, that would be obnoxious. That would set Newwe back massively because he would have to rebuild 4,500 and get a useless harvester along with it. Going for the Iron Curtain, but the curtain is up. Oh, yeah. That's what was to be expected. Let's be realistic. If the curtain is up and it hasn't been used for a while, this is what happens. He can come in for a second round, but he only has one helipad, so it's gonna take him a while. Finally, Amphy is taking up, but he's out of power. Now the power situation has been remedied. And much of the combat strength for Newwe right now is in the infantry. And there is the heavy and mammoth blob coming in. But I don't see a physical way for them to break through here, as stated previously. Yeah, the rocket soldiers are gonna close the gap, and there is no real anti-infantry. I mean, mammoths are good, but they don't trade effectively versus rocket soldiers. So this hasn't done anything. This has gotten like, what, 1 or 2 tanks from Damgam. Damgam is content just sitting back and defending. Playing the hold the line strategy. Alright. Amphy is Germany, so let's not forget he could go for a Chronosphere, which he just did. Wow, it just came up. Good call. Okay, Anjew is finally going for his curtain. I think he was too much used to his Siberian Dawn meta, where tech buildings are not all that important. But in RA, it's so crucial to have your Iron Curtain up. Okay, the Chronosphere is out now. I know what he's doing here. He's going for the Blob Foo. There's a crate, you should get it, Anjew. Yes, 1,000 for his treble. He's going for the Chrono Crackdown, where you get 13 medium tanks and just chrono them in the middle of your enemy's base. You do as much structural damage as possible, and they get chronoed back. Ooh, the crash, is it good? No, crash not gonna take out anything. And okay, that's a waste. That's a waste, man. What are you doing? He needs more rifle infantry. Okay, yeah. Anjew's rifles are on cleanup duty, saving the day. Nice. A bunch of heavy armor for Anjew. Interesting match because it's on so many fronts. The oil derricks got destroyed earlier by Amphy. So the middle, there is not much to contest for in the middle, but then again, you're not gonna expect an attack from the middle because it's like, it's reverse psychology basically. You're like, okay, this is the only opening that is really easily accessible. There is no one coming here because it would be so predictable. If that makes any sense. Reverse psychology 101. And I've heard Amphy's Tanya. Where is she? Yeah. There, oh, there she is. There we go. Ooh, and this can be juicy. If she manages to get the A move. Ooh, nice. And those were all rocket soldiers, so Tanya's already done her job. At the same time, wow. At the same time, Anjew moving in from the top. Nuclear missile hitting, but only getting, yeah, well, it got a bunch. It got 2 harvesters, it got the mammoth tank, it got the war factory, and the whatchamacallit, the airfield. Leaving him without an airfield. And here are the parabombs. Getting 1 power plant. Nope. Not the best parabombs. At the same time, Amphy's pushing in with his medium tanks. Ooh, here's the Iron Curtain. He has to pull back. Pull back, buddy. This is over. But it ain't over till it's over, because Anjew is pressuring from the other side. Holy shit. Okay, let's keep tabs on that. And obviously they don't have it on the radar. They don't know what's coming. 4 Heinz now, and finally going for 2 helipads. Amphy was struggling with his 1 helipad, rearming all his helicopters in time. Going for the repairs, nice. Nice call. But as stated previously, Newwe has so much income to play with. I mean, he's out-producing it basically at this point, but he still has 3k. And the infantry play was really good so far. Because, ooh, you don't want to attack mammoth tanks with yaks. That's so costly. Ow. This infantry blob though, if the anti-infantry gets killed off, they're gonna have a field day. Because rocket soldiers do so much damage to mammoth tanks, even on the retreat. They're fast enough to chase them, so this is gonna be, wow, this is gonna be a costly engagement. Oh, he's pulling back, okay. He doesn't know what's coming. 2 more yaks. Stop sending your yaks in, please. 2 yaks for, ooh, the crash took out the mammoth. 2 yaks for 1 mammoth, not worth. The hind's coming in, but this time there is a SAM site. And you don't want to engage a SAM site. What the hell was that? Amphy, please, no. That was a bad call. Also, a bunch of mobile flags is out now for Newwe. By the way, one cool trick that I did on this map several times is... just a sec. Okay, the attack has started again, never mind, I'm gonna tell you later. Ooh! He whiffed the Iron Curtain. The Iron Curtain is only on one of the mammoth tanks. Let's see. Is the focus fire good on the other tanks? Yes, it is. Absolutely demolished. Anjew didn't get the curtain off on 3 mammoth tanks, which would have given him a much greater window. But now there is so much infantry out. And really what Team Bottom would need is some anti-infantry, like mass hinds, Sarah Tesla coils, and then I would go for, well, wait. He's Russia, he could go for shock troopers. Maybe he just doesn't want to cheat. That's a very nice move of him. I respect everyone who plays Russia and doesn't go for shock troopers. But maybe he has played so much Tiberian Dawn, maybe he doesn't know that shock troopers are brokenly overpowered at this point. Again, losing so many mammoth tanks. They're so expensive. They take a really long time to build. You know what would be great here? Mechanics. You guys remember last week's cast? That was beautiful. Yeah, and Damgam has done the smart thing. I mean, he hasn't been on a great economy for most of the game, but he managed to squeeze out the Conyard. So he's locking down half of the income for the bottom team. This is gonna be big, because it's gonna cost him some harvesters. Oh, Chronosphere? Oh! Wait a sec. Yeah, Amphy tried to chrono in like a bunch of his tanks, but the bad positioning only allowed for 4 tanks to spawn here. Super not worth it. Plus the Iron Curtain. Ooh, Tanya's back! Tanya's back, and she's doing her job. Tanya Adams, ladies and gentlemen. Getting a 2-star vet instantly from sniping like, what, 20 rifles and bazooka guys. Pretty amazing. Still a bunch of hinds out, but they haven't been a contributing factor right now. Getting another mammoth tank. Damgam is honestly not doing too bad. He's getting his heavies out. He's protecting his zone. He's doing a fine job. And look at the Chrono Blob. It's ready to go, man. You can chrono a max of 13 tanks. Let's see. 5, 7. Yes, it's 13 exactly. So once the timer for the Chronosphere is back up again, if it survives, yeah, which it does for now. A cheeky engineer. What the? Okay. I mean, he had nothing else to do for the engineer because it was capturing the oil derrick. He had done his job and then he just tried to maybe get the Iron Curtain. Pretty funny. Yeah, and this is so well fortified now. Look at all the Tesla coils, look at the SAM site. So you're not gonna get the refinery anytime soon. And that's really the lifeline of Newwe, are those 2 refineries. I mean, you can come in from the north and take them out, but does Amphy know about that? He probably doesn't. Damgam is protecting his backlines and sending in paratroopers to his backlines to reinforce. Basically, you always have the choice. It's a gambit. Do you want to go for an offensive paradrop behind the enemy lines and maybe take out harvesters? Which works the better, the more the enemy is unattentive. Or do you just reinforce your own front lines? Which Damgam was going for option number B here, obviously. And there is no physical way for a breakthrough anytime soon on the bottom side. The middle is relatively undefended. This is interesting. This match is an interesting dynamic. But I think even if you were to take out all of this here, Chrono, again, not the best position. He gets like 8 tanks out of 13. Now he's gonna destroy 1 power plant? No. 0 power plants. 1 Tesla coil. Not effective. Before getting shifted back, goodbye. Ooh, and Damgam is pushing into the economy. Now, that's where it really hurts. And the bunker is up, but the bunker is focusing on the heavy tank, so it's not doing anything. The Hinds are trying to capitalize on the lack of anti-air, but it's so much heavy armor. Ooh, if the Iron Curtain goes down now, this is big. 2 tanks down, 1 harvester down. This could be big. If the Iron Curtain goes down, then they're gonna be in trouble. Also, 1 minute on the nuke. Ooh, the parabomb's coming in. Parabombs onto the refinery. Yeah, that was a waste. He was probably looking for the harvester, but the harvester was off for scouting duty, I guess. Another mammoth tank down. You can't use them like a Siberian Dawn. You have to really support them. I think many of the mistakes that, ooh, there's a bunker coming up and you can't click on the bunker as long as it's behind the curtain. This is so annoying. Now this is getting cleaned up. 2 bars of health left. Barely in the red. The vetted yak is coming in. Just trying to do something about the curtain here, but it's about to come up. Yeah, many of the mistakes. Ooh, going for the middle. This may be an all-in push because there is the nuke coming up anytime now. Ooh. Check the health bar. That's not even a health bar. Come on. Yeah, it's maybe going for the all-in move now because the nuke is up. It's been fired. It's been launched. Send your Hinds. Get your Hinds away, and he needs to move all his stuff out of the way, especially his MCV. It's gonna hit, and it's gonna hit hard. Ooh, the curtain is down from the yaks. Ooh. The economy, plus 3 Hinds. Decent nuke. Now there are Tesla coils fortifying this. This is gonna get ugly, but they don't know about this yet. Now they've spotted it. Now this is gonna be a hot face. Wow. Okay, he's going for the production facilities. Smart move. So that the normal rocket soldiers can come out. One of the flaws that Amphy and Anjew have had so far is that they've gone for strictly tank blobs. No anti-infantry, no nothing. And I think it's due to... Ooh, the curtain going down. That's big. I think it's mostly due to Anjew's experience with the Siberian Dawn mod. In Siberian Dawn, tanks can work on their own. In OpenRA, you need support and you need infantry. You can't make this, you can't get this to work. The nuke is maybe going down now, but they're ignoring the construction yard. I would go for the construction yard and the service depot and effectively push Damgam out of the game. A flock of Hinds still coming in. Oh, and there is low power for Newwe now. He may want to keep the power down, because if this... Yeah, no. Don't run them in like this. That was some bad focus. Those were the... Sorry guys, you're the worst Hind pilots I've seen in a long time. Your piloting license should be revoked at this point. Yeah, revoking with a bazooka to the face. Justifiably so. Damgam is calling the GG again, why? They've just defended the attack. Only the nuke went down. And Newwe still has like probably twice the income of all the other players, let's see. Yeah. 6k to almost 6k to like 3k on average. Plus Damgam is still harvesting. So, wow, they held on. Newwe basically held on, and Damgam was just playing zone defense, which he did a good job at. I think it's mainly because Amphy had so many ineffective pushes with his tanks, where he ran in a blob of tanks and got slaughtered by infantry. Mainly rocket soldiers. And I haven't seen a single shock trooper so far. I love this game right now. This is a forward harvester if I've ever seen one. Damgam, you should have a talk with your harvester drivers. Okay. Newwe is dropping off some paras. Maybe getting the airfield. Would be big because again it's the only airfield for Anjew. So he can't get out any air right now if the airfield falls. And his timer on the on his paradrop is going to be reset. Wow, so many yaks now. This could be a good game ender to do an alpha strike with like 10 yaks, taking out the construction yard and the service depot, and maybe the war factory to boot, would completely kick Amphy out of the game. He's going for another tech center. He didn't even get the GPS satellite out the first time. I don't like this. Those 1.5k would be better off invested in something else. Yeah! 1.5k down the drain. Just like our... just like our defensive budget. Yeah, and does he have... Yeah. Newwe has got a bunch of airfields now, so he's got good production speed and he can reload them and rearm them in time. So this is looking more and more like a win for Newwe and Damgam. Like they were pushed back so hard in the early game, they were down to the ropes. It's annoying when the harvesters start to auto-acquire another ore field and they're just like, yeah, let's run across the enemy base. That hasn't changed. I think it's not a bug, it's a feature from the original games. Because in the original Red Alert games, the harvesters were dumb as bread, and yeah, they just decided to maintain this. So many rocket soldiers. See, I think that's what cost them the victory in the early game, is not mixing in rocket soldiers. Team Bottom went for a pure tank approach. And at the same time, yeah, parabombs coming in, Newwe's tanks closing the gap, and probably taking out the Conyard next. I mean, the parabombs were wasted, but he was expecting an army to come in and defend. But there was nothing. 3 medium tanks. Ooh, Amphy's giving up. Yep. Anjew is probably about to follow shortly. Ooh, getting one more mammoth tank. He's selling out. Okay. That's it, guys. That was a really good game. Mainly because it had no shock troopers. It was on a new map. Now, I really like Kirillo's maps. His map design is fantastic. This one here is a bit do or die because it has the diamond expansions. I would like for the expansions to be regular expansions, maybe spiced up with more oil derricks or something, but other than that, it's a great map. It's been a fun game. Let's take a look at the statistics. Yeah, Newwe just skyrocketing in the income tab. Let's see. The earnings graph. Yep. I mean, sometimes the diamonds were harvested out and his income dropped, but other than that, he has taken a firm lead in the income tab. Now, the combat tab is probably going to look the same, to be honest. Yeah, wow. 100,000 to 150,000, pretty impressive. And Damgam didn't have to do much, he just had to protect his zones. So, good game. Thanks to Newwe for posting this. And anything else? Yeah, I'm gonna be on stream with So Scared on Monday again. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been a ton of fun. Next cast is gonna come out next Sunday probably, and the Checkmate by G series is about to be released any day now. Just need to get the intro done. Thanks for watching, guys. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.